Hello there and thanks for joining me. I'm digital artist Aaron Rutten, and in this video I'm going to share a breakdown of the income I made from being a full-time YouTube artist in 2016 and 2017. That's coming up next. Last year I made a video detailing all the different kinds of income that I made by being a full-time YouTube creator, and a lot of people found that video to be helpful, and I got a lot of requests for doing an update for this year, comparing this year to last year. So let's go ahead and take a look at my updated chart. Just to give you a rundown of each of the categories here, first is products in red, and products are Gumroad courses that I sell. They're downloadable PDFs, stock imagery, artwork, pretty much anything that I've created that I can sell is a product. Next in yellow is Patreon, and Patreon is a website that lets fans like you support creators like me, and in return they get exclusive access to content that's not available to the general public, such as new brushes each month, coupons to save on my courses, longer versions of my videos, and lots of other stuff. In green we have affiliates, and those are affiliate links such as Amazon affiliates or Clever Bridge. So anytime somebody asks me what tablet do I use or what software do I use, I can send them an affiliate link, and if they buy that product, then I get a small commission for each sale. It's a very easy thing to implement to make money on your channel. Anybody can do it. All you have to do is create a link and make it available for people. In purple we have AdSense, and AdSense is money that I get from showing ads on my videos and through Super Chats and YouTube Red. So that's pretty much money that's generated directly from people watching my YouTube videos. In blue we have sponsorships, and sponsorships I consider to be money that I made from being sponsored by a company, whether that company hires me to make a video for them or to do some work for them. If I'm making money directly from that company, I consider that to be a sponsorship. All of these pieces make up a pie, and this pie is what allows me to survive as a full-time YouTube artist. It's very obvious that YouTube AdSense is not the biggest slice of the pie here, and if I was relying only on YouTube AdSense, to be honest, I would not be able to make a living. I would have to do something else in order to pay my rent and eat and all of that stuff. The one thing that's not factored in here are services, and those are artist services that I perform, such as consultations or graphic design projects, or pretty much anything that's not money that's coming directly from YouTube or from something that YouTube is driving traffic to. Now let's compare 2016 to 2017. You can see for both years, the majority of my income is coming from selling products. Now you can see those are some pretty big slices. Those are nearly half of my income. So overall, products are making me the most money. And so you might be thinking, well, why not put all of your effort into just selling more products? And I could do that, but honestly, it's really risky. It's just as risky to rely only on AdSense, which is a very tiny slice, as it is to rely only on products, which is a much bigger slice, because you're only relying on one slice of the pie. It takes the whole pie. It takes all of those multiple pieces in order for you to be able to have a sustainable income. Because you can see over the course of a year, the size of each of those slices has changed. Some have gotten bigger and some have gotten smaller. And if I was only selling products and that slice happened to get smaller, that would reduce my income overall, and that wouldn't be good. So I have some flexibility here. Maybe I'll make more on Patreon the next year, or maybe I'll sell more products, or maybe I'll make more AdSense revenue. Maybe I'll make less of some of those things. But overall, it'll balance out, and hopefully I'll make more income. Now you might look at products in 2016 and products in 2017 and go, well, it was 47.2% and now it's 41.3%. You've sold less products. And it appears that way, but I should also mention that I've made 15% more income in 2017. So each of these slices represents more money total when you add them all up. So basically I'm making roughly the same proportion of income selling products, but I made more money overall in 2017 selling products than I did in 2016. Comparing 2016 to 2017 in regards to Patreon, we can see that I've nearly doubled my Patreon income, or my percentage of income generated by Patreon. And that's something I predicted in my previous video because I could see kind of this trend building, and I knew that I was going to end up with a lot more patrons in 2017. And I think that'll be the case in 2018 as well. I might see that slice start to get even bigger. Now if we take a look at the sponsorship slice, in blue you can see that in 2016 it was a bit bigger than it was in 2017. And that's just because I didn't do quite as much of that proportionately in 2017. You'll also notice that in 2016, I have PayPal listed as a very, very tiny slice. And that's because in 2017, I was phasing out PayPal. The reason being is PayPal donations were cool for a while, but as far as tracking them for tax purposes, if you want to really get down to it and list every single transaction, it takes time to do that. Then you also have to list the PayPal fees that you've paid and things like that. And it just ended up being a lot of extra work that wasn't really worth it. It made a lot more sense to encourage people to use Patreon instead, because then at the end of the year, Patreon sends me a statement saying how much money I made total, and I don't have to keep track of a bunch of extra details. So what do I get by looking at this chart? Well, I can see that basically things have stayed pretty much the same as far as their proportion of my income. Some of the slices have gotten a little bigger, some have gotten a little smaller. Patreon, for example, has doubled, so that's good. I can see that I'm making progress in that regard. And what's important is that I can see that the time I'm spending on each individual product is paying off. Now, obviously, things like affiliate links and AdSense, those aren't paying my bills, but they do add up and they do contribute to my overall income. So they're still important to put effort into. I'm just not going to spend the majority of my time making affiliate links. I want people to be able to enjoy my videos, and I want people to be able to learn. And so that's why products is the biggest slice. Products are very popular because people know me as being an art teacher, and that's what people get the most value out of overall. They're also among the most expensive things that I have to offer, and so they generate the most money. So after comparing these two charts, I can make some predictions, and I can say that Patreon, again, is going to become a much bigger slice. Products will probably stay the same unless I put more or less effort into making products. I'm going to try to hopefully put more effort into making products in 2018. So there you go, that's a breakdown of my full-time YouTube artist income from 2016 compared to 2017. If you found this information helpful, take a quick second to like this video. And if you're new to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe. I have a lot more videos like this that I release each week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.